so we shall perish. We shall protect us from all fools. Don't take the prize, His death for we will pay. Then let us die, return the strength of faith. Hail to Biafra, consecrate a nation. Oh, Fatherland, please give us hope and courage. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Seeking abroad, milk of the privileged. The waving storm, the bridge memories, the fleet shall not rescue of blood of liberty.
Stars of Biafra, the Biafra land. We're running to Saguari way from our province. Legend Rasta, Baba Chums.
Please on the beat.
I see you, Jenny.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. It's the land of my birth.
I will never be forced later. I will never run away.
I will never run away.
I will always believe in the word the king that my father told me. Oh, my Biafra is a beautiful place. And it's so good for the people to live. No wonder people they are free. No pressure here to see. If you like me, go follow me, go. I'm gonna show you many things you will like. And so be inside the Biafra life.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth.
Plenty things I see make me wanna go. No matter what the people say, no matter what they do. Biafra is my land full of good people. No matter what they do to bring us back. Forward ever, backward never. Let me hear you say freedom. Brother, let me hear you say freedom. Let me hear you say freedom. My sister, let me hear you say no freedom. Oh yeah.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See, I'm the daughter of the Most High. We are the children of the Most High. They are planning for our downfall, but the Most High is on our side. Gone are the days of misery. Truly, right now we are seeing victory. Hey, all I see is freedom. No matter what they do, we are gonna be free. Hey, I'm proud to be a Biafran, baby. I'm not ashamed to be a Biafran, baby. See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. I am proud to be a Biafran.
Make way for them and there. You don't call them and do them and have vampires. Make way for them. This way you know them and there. For Abba Provides there. You gotta put respect to our leader, Martin Namekano. May you go together my bless and protect all Biafras. We love Biafra. One love.
Daddy, please on the beat.
Yes, once again, I welcome you back, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uchuka Fomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And of course, he's standing on the deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazen Nandi Okukano, the Prince of Afari Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man that stood up to speak for the collective interests of Biafran people for almost 60 years now. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I am George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Without wasting much of our time, we will go ahead to acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Kikabiama, the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. For with the confidence, assurance that our help does not come from the hills, not the mountain, but from He who made the heavens and the earth. And we stand upon the path of righteousness. We fight for justice, for the good of humanity. We have been quiet for so long, but now it's time to speak. And fighting on the right side of our Creator, we do what we do today. We remain to be challenged. But let every man and woman that walks the planet Earth this day understand one truth, that because of the issue of Biafra, the whole world is on trial. And so, in my humble way, I will say to him, Anye na jage mau n'ezioku n'emara mai ihunanya n'enage ubiomage ojuru anyanya dadio inwe ge mgbanwe o di onye dịka gị ebu afa n'omega anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o. You see, we must continue. A lot of things has happened to us in the time past. We knew, we just didn't consider them. It keeps happening every day. We are innocent, yet they say we are guilty. It is our oil, our mind, our brain, our lives that is at stake. Some want to steal gas and oil, and as such, truth must not be told. Some want to undermine our personality, converting us to beasts of burden, and so we stroll around the world. It is not our making. We were compelled to. And so this is the time all of us must stand up and stop this evil. Or else, it might be too late before we know. But of course, we cannot be late any longer, because that is why we are here. Radio Biafra is here. That is why Mazen and the Kanu is here. A man so determined, a man so focused. We can only wish to rob from the blessing of Okike upon his life. But having said that, we must continue. Our topic this evening is titled Behind the Scene. Behind the Scene. You know, when we mean behind the scene, in a film production, there is a process or a procedure known as behind the scene. This is the time where the meeting is planned. The filming is planned out. And then the video it, and later on project it to the VCD, DVD, video cassette, as the case may be, for the audience to view. But there is one truth you do not know, or rather I want you to know about behind the scene. Let's come back home a little bit. When you watch the making of a video, you see there are a lot of error from the production, which was later re-edited to convey the true message. Sometimes the producers are not always able to correct some. There was a film they were acting in the daytime, but they later discovered that for them to go to the plane and shoot that film, it was night. They gave them the privilege. So the film showed the fault there, that this part of the film was filmed at night and this other one was filmed at daytime. Though they tried to dull down the film content, but the sun was appeared somewhere. Not everybody will notice it from that film. But I noticed that there was sun, supposedly night. So I knew in the making they made mistake. The mistake continued lingering. What am I trying to say in effect? A lot of actors sustain injury, fatal injury, in the course of acting a film, producing a film. Some of them will have to stop the acting of that film, the production of that film, to even as far as 2 years. The actors involved in any accident is fully recovered. And so when you watch most of the film, epic films, you will think that it is happening in a whole continent. Sometimes a film that can last for 1 hour is being acted in a single room. But those of you who are viewing it, you don't know. They can take 10 years event and package it in a film of 2 hours. That is because of not just the ability for them to create that movie, but a lot of work was done behind the scene. In the same way, that is how they run our life. The aftermath effect of what you see, you view on movies is the things that happen behind the scene. That is exactly what they are doing to us. Not until you look beyond, beneath that the eyes can see, you will blame Biafran people for everything that has happened to us. There is no people more persecuted in Africa, if not the world, more than the Igbo man. But the Igbo man has been blamed for every mistake in the world. Without IPOB today, you mess in Nigeria, Igbo man. You shit in Nigeria, Igbo man. You cough, Igbo man. The most persecuted and the most guilty. But all this is because we have not been taking time what happened behind the scene. When I woke up this morning, the first article I run into online, I said, no, this brother is right. But then, there is other part of this story that is left out. You know, a British journalist who witnessed the Biafran War snapped a picture of a boy, a baby girl of maybe about 2 years or a year plus, and a vulture. And this British journalist wrote and said, the vulture was waiting for the baby to die so he can eat the baby. And then according to the person who wrote that article, he said the man, though he couldn't listen to the end of the conversation, but somebody called into the program and said, so you were watching the vulture waiting for the dead baby, a Biafran baby, to die before So you can be able to shoot this film and win an award. And then somebody answered him and said, that very day, there were two vultures supposed to appear in that video, in that picture. One is this vulture we are seeing. The two, you are the second vulture. Nobody would have thought about this matter that way. They will give award to the person snapping who is dying, just the same way it's happening today. You will see somebody drowning, you are videoing the person. Instead of you to throw your phone away and rescue the person, you are videoing the person. You look like the colonial masters. Because they set us against each other. They will video us. BBC and CNN are preparing to video the next Nigerian Biafra war. Because maybe that is what it will take before our voice will be heard. But we are agitating for referendum. We are calling for referendum. But if the option is for them to make more video, we will give them the privilege. A lot of things are happening behind the scene. And at the end of the day, they now push us forward and blackmail us. We will take time to analyze this article. Most of you must have come across it. It's a New Year message for all Igbo Biafrans by Duke Anago. A New Year message for all Igbo Biafran. And now let me tell you, both Ijo Biafra, both Abo Biafra, both this message is for every Biafran. And so I don't agree that that is a New Year message for Igbo Biafra. But let's go by that. He said, an Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba parents send their kid abroad for study. The Hausa son returned immediately upon graduation and take up a job in public service. No matter how low the pay is, they stay and grow gradually. The Yoruba look for an opportunity abroad, work for some time, maybe 5 years maximum, and return back to Nigeria to work for an expatriate company or a private sector. Did you hear what he said? He said there were these parents. He was creating a scenario. He said when the Igbo man, the Yoruba man, and the Hausa man, they brought their children and sent them to school in diaspora. He said that immediately after graduation, the Hausa man will return to Nigeria immediately and start doing any job, whether they are paid high or low, they don't bother. Then the Yoruba man will now stay behind and work for like 5 years and then come back and work for expatriate. We will come for the Igbo man. The brother who wrote this thing understand how Nigerian function when the video is complete. He has no idea what happened behind the scene. Or maybe he's trying to be intellectually dishonest. When you write about Biafra, tell us the whole truth. It looks very appetizing, but that is not the true narrative. Because if you agree with this thing without going behind the scene, then they lie against us, and then we are guilty as charged. No way. Now, when the Yoruba son, the Igbo son, and the Hausa son, as the case may be, are sent to school in diaspora, the Hausa son, even before graduation, come back home. Why? Because they own Nigeria. Can any of you working in the National Assembly, any of you working in any government office, tell me that your Hausa Fulani Oga is more learned than you? So you see, they don't even go to school. But if they do manage to go to school, their father paid their way through school. And they are only there to buy the certificate because they are born to rule. They own Nigeria, so why wouldn't they come to rule? Any Hausa that managed to go to school become hot cake. Hausa Fulani that managed to go to Western education, they become hot cake. So what are they doing in diaspora? If we were allowed to control our life, what are you doing there? So my brother, you lie. Hausa Fulani are born to rule. That is what they said. And they are leaving it out because that is what British government wants. The Nigeria we will give them today, they will travel more than us. And then he went to analyze the Yoruba and said, but the Yoruba may go and hustle for 5 years, maximum, and come back home and join one of these, work as expatriate in one of these companies. That is correct. But that is after they have finished shooting the film. But behind the scene, do you know that 75% of those who work in Shell, SPDC, Eni, Saipen, Total, Chevron, do you know they are Yoruba people? Do you know that all the police DPO in Nigeria, most especially in Biafra land, do you know they are Yoruba people? Do you know Yoruba people own oil well? Are you aware that Yoruba owns 10% of every loot from Biafra land that is going to Britain, that Yoruba owns 10%? So why wouldn't they learn to gather small money and then come and use our head and get civil service job? But you know, for the Biafran youth, for the Biafran child that school in diaspora, you better look for job, a gate man, a security house somewhere in diaspora. Because if you come home, you will run keke na pepe, you will run motorcycle, tricycle, you will suffer, and you wish you never go to school. And so if you can be a gate man in London and receive dollars or pounds, why come back to Nigeria because you are Igbo man with all your PhD and then you become a motorcycle driver? Why will you come? Are you stupid? No normal human being will want to come back there. But what we do not understand is that we were planned out. That is how they want us to be, so that we abandon our way. And it is working for them, but not anymore. I hope you are not seeing the truth. Because some people love it and say, hey, this is exactly what is happening. Of course, it's the true narrative. What of the thing where they do us, where we don't know about? That is why Nigeria must be destroyed. We go to the second session. It say, the Igbo son, just like the Yoruba son, look for an opportunity abroad, secure a good paying job, settle down abroad, and vow never to return to Nigeria again in the next 10 years. He is married and his kid who don't even know how to speak Igbo. The next project, he is bringing all family members abroad, who in turn follow the same foot pattern of their brother by refusing to return home to Nigeria. Now the whole family is abroad and only the parents living in Nigeria. Now, he said clear that is exactly what is happening. But behind the scene, what this brother failed to tell us is that it is not what we want. Now let me tell us something. When I left school in 1994, or rather around 1998, I started disturbing my parents. I want to go to America. Because the desire of schooling in Nigeria is useless. My parents did want to do that, but there were some spiritual influence that prevented me for that journey from taking place. As the first son, I fought and I fought and I fought and I fought. My schooling was not stable because I wanted to go to diaspora. Why? Because I have graduates in my family already who are jobless. One of them read accounting. The other one of them is a medical doctor. Though he didn't graduate because he was tired. He ended up as a pharmacist. May the Lord be with him. Now, all the graduates I know don't have job. Why will I go and spend such number of years at the end of the day and by going to school without a job? That is what I said to myself. But you know, no matter how much I tried then to travel, it didn't work. And then I have to start my life all over again. I have to get used to the suffering in Nigeria. I got used to it. And then my younger ones start coming up after me. Because of the frustration, because of our people being targeted, they have no other choice than to seek for greener pasture. That is how we talk about it. Now let me go back to my family. Not because it's your business. So that when those of you reading this thing will read this thing, stop focusing on the prediction or trying to analyze us. Find out, let's begin to focus on what is making this thing to happen to us. Because it looks as if we are the fault. We are not the fault. We are compelled to. The same way we are being compelled to take the next step, which they will not like. Because tomorrow you will blame us. The person who wrote this thing, I can categorically tell you that he's blaming us for our situation and circumstance. I don't care who the hell the idiot is. Complete your narrative when you write about Biafra. Because it will not be business as usual. And now we are 10 boys and 1 girl. All of them start going to abroad. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. If I have gone to abroad today, none of my father's children would have been a black man. Because all my brothers, their children are Onyibe. Because they got there, they married there, so that the indigenous people where they meet, so that they can have their paper, and then somewhere along the line, life will be good for them, but they can't come back home. But if I tell you the qualification of these people, it will amaze you. Some of them. It will amaze you. Upon graduation, the first place I gained employment was Nigerian Port Authority in Lagos State. It was then headed by one Mrs. Onyibe. I was interviewed and that job was given to me. On resumption date, I saw another Yoruba person on my desk. And I tried to beckon on them and say, this is supposed to be my office. Mrs. Onyibe did not look at me nor attend to me. And the secretary said, ma, he's talking to you. And the woman replied, Emma da baba walowu jare, omo ibo lele yo lori buruku oloshi. And then you want me to school in diaspora and come and work in the zoo where I am referred to as omo ibo oloshi olori buruku. Can any Biafran who is working anywhere in Nigeria here, irrespective of the money you steal or the one they share for you, can you tell me you are satisfied with your position? Because no matter how much you are paid, you still become a slave to those who did not go to school. You still become a slave to those who think that they own you. They are born to rule. You become a slave, not because they can kill you, not because they can do anything more than you, because British government want to steal oil on notice, and so they must turn the priest to a servant and a servant to a king. So when somebody tell you, and I know they come home, why you won't come home where there is over 1,000 or 1 million checking points within a 1 square plot of land? Now look at this December now. Many people who wanted to come home did not come because they are afraid. They don't want to wahala Boko Haram. Tomorrow now they will blame you. Hey, why did you not come? But many have come and they died. No justice. Nobody will look into their matter. And then sometimes the Bible says wisdom is the principal thing. In all that getting, get wisdom. And so our people in the diaspora must understand that we were planned out. They read us like a book. They are deploying these tactics. But we know better now. Our people will come home. All of them will come back home. But not the way you people expect. Yes, they've succeeded in chasing all of us away. And now we are coming back home. That is why we are here. Don't forget, we are reaching you live and direct. From Iyorogodo, Abo, Yakanore Timpu Nile, Abo, Yakanore Yoro Nile. Because the tide is changing now. In as much as we must learn from this narrative and begin to improvise in order to make sure that the next generation of Biafrans are not compelled to do what they are doing, but rather they choose that. What we do in IPOB, we are not compelled to do that. We choose to do that because that is the right thing to do. So now Igbo man we get oil, now I no like in land. A German we no get oil. Now I want go they do houseboy for London. But London won't die for Bayelsa because they want it for you. They could not the reason. No. If you see evil, call evil. I would have appreciated if the guy said that the Igbos were conditioned to frustrate them and make their land ungovernable, unlivable. Is it not what they said to Good Luck? That they will make Nigeria ungovernable for Good Luck? They now introduce Boko Haram. Even though Boko Haram is their handwork, are they not still making money in the name of Boko Haram? Britain have been paying them. World Bank have been giving Nigeria money to fight Boko Haram. The same Boko Haram they created. You blame all the problem in Nigeria to Boko Haram. But it is the Nigerian Fulani and Yoruba Hausa that created Boko Haram to undermine our position politically. Where are all those idiot Yoruba pastor Tunde Bakare who were boasting that good luck is bad luck? Where is that Enugu man, that useless Enugu pastor Mbaka? Anybody trying to change narratives, anybody trying to write jargon, to bamboozle some Biafrans, that is your business. A lot of people are happy. Oh, this article is very fine. Oh, people learn. No Yoruba will teach you. No idiot. No, your enemy cannot teach you how to be better than them. The people who produce plane, make sure another country will not know how to produce that plane, except you work very hard. But they are giving us the roadmap to heaven. The roadmap to build our own refinery, they will lock you up. And sometimes I wonder. Tomorrow now they say, Judge Onyibe is a reverend. He's a radical reverend. Do you know that Apostle Paul and Peter fought in the church in Jerusalem? When the act of hypocrisy of Apostle Peter was exposed, Paul confronted him before the elders in the temple in Rome. They can't even allow you to be in charge of your life. Here, it's just a place you spend maybe 200 years or 100 years. British will not let you to drink water and keep cup on the ground. Fulani, Hausa, and Yoruba pastors will not allow you to have 1 minute of your life. But these people want you to go to heaven and enjoy where there is street of good. They can have the reason, but of course, God will heal our mind. And so today they say, now we they do all this article is why Igbo man believe that Igbo man is the fault. And majority of Nigerians think they are the cause of their problem. And now we they cause them now we they cause them. Yes, I can agree to that in certain terms. Because if all these governors, we begin to slap them. Anywhere we see any Nigerian politician in diaspora, we begin to slap them. All of them for the die side is here. Their level of hopelessness will not have gotten to this stage. So we caused it somehow. A very wonderful article, I must tell you. And he move ahead and say, in 15 years, the Igbo son now becomes an influential software engineer in one of the companies in Canada. The Hausa son becomes a commissioner of police, which is Boko Haram. In the Igbo man hometown, the Yoruba dude, as he said this, is currently the senior network engineer of the mobile line the Igbo man mother or father is using in his state. The guy has wisdom, I must tell you. But the narrative is to make you feel guilty for the sins of another person. If the world rejects you, you cannot reject yourself now. All the Igbo graduates, go to WAEC board, find out the best engineer, Igbo man. The best doctor, Igbo man. The best, everything the best, Igbo man. But the Chief Justice and Attorney General of Nigeria did not go to school. So why wouldn't he run back from, be a dropout in London and still come back and become the same person he know he can become with or without certificate? That is why I tell the senators to give you their certificate. They will call lawyer for you. Before Buhari died, oh boy, give us your certificate. He called almost 1,000 sons, lawyers to defend him. And then when there is no justice system to address such issue, what do? Some people will say, I'm just tired, I don't have time. There was a time they even used to do advert for us. Andrew, man, I'm checking out. Why was Andrew checking out? Because there was no good road. No airport in our land. No seaport in our land. No electricity in our land. Why wouldn't Andrew check out? They deliberately make our land uncomfortable, uninhabitable. And then all of us are forced to run away. As we are talking now, there is police siren going on everywhere. I am now broadcasting from Urugudu. They are looking for their father, idiot. Mami wataya ke ibu onu le chano no amani hinu le mu ono. Akia mo hu idu gun ekpentu. Well e reach ono. You can't go to farm now. Tomorrow now they will begin to write, Igbos are lazy. That is why they cannot go to farm. But Fulani herdsmen now are in our farm. They have stopped our mothers from going to farm. Write this narrative and stop trying to patronize us. Igbo man we no get sense, make it the reason, you know. We are happy, oh, it's writing good about. Tomorrow now, these same people will come and write, Igbos are lazy, they can't farm. After all, they say now they feed us. But what makes Igbo mother now not to go to? Look at the Igbo mother now remaining in the farm. They don't go to farm again. Because Fulani headsmen, they born to rule. British government want oil and gas, and then they must change our way of life. When I say back to your roots, some people say, oh, on a gomo, on a gomo. Man, he na chideke bonye mo. On a gomo. Who the heck is deceiving who here? And so when they all graduate, the Igbo man has become a software programmer somewhere in Canada. That is truth. And we're happy about it anyway, but we are not proud of those people. International Criminal Court, Igbo man. American Senate, Igbo man. Chinese Parliament, Igbo man. Japan Congress, Igbo man. Britain, even with Theresa May, there is Igbo man or Igbo woman working there. But I tell you, that is not what they want. Some of them want to come back home. If they come back, in fact, there is my brother that is an engineer. In America, they refused to allow him to come back. He played smart and came back. They injected him in the airport. That was in 1987. He's still mad till today. If you know Abo, come to close to Igbenoba Grammar School. There is a mini stadium they put there. You will see a madman there. He was a medical, an engineering doctor somewhere in America. Some of them cannot come back. We think we are stupid. With all the money we have in diaspora, why can't we develop our land? You think we don't have sense? Tell the world what they are doing to prevent us from coming home. And don't make it as if it's what we choose. Have you eaten our food before? Do you know what is called a dikaiko? Do you know what is called ofako? Have you heard about ofu juju? Ofu bono? You think all those ice cream you are eating there, puff puff? You think it's what we want? Swallow better apple here, sweat go come out for your body, and then you can push down an iroko tree. Then they drink tea, they do fasting. Forget about you bend your tongue, talk. Does it make any difference? Do you know what we mean by staying in diaspora? It is not our making. But Nigeria is worse than here to us. Nigeria can never be a home to us. They say they will never allow us to be in control of our life. We are conquered people, they say, and they will treat us as such. Up to the extent that the name Biafra is forbidden. To the extent that they don't want you to talk about history in Nigeria because they don't want you to know what they did to us. And now they come back and rewrite our history. And our people are just saying, oh, look at what this is our brother. He's not your brother. That is one. Is it Okechukwu? Okechukwu wrote, or he went and broadcast. Shewore wife is Virgin Mary. They locked his husband 3 months. Shewore wife went to Congress. He went to Senate. He went to PP. An American spoke. But Mazen Nandekano was locked up for 2 years and more. His wife went to MP, went to PM, went to AU, went to UE. There is nowhere Mrs. Nandekano did not go to. They didn't listen to her because the people who would have spoken are the people who have kept us in this condition. But Okechukwu, supposedly Igbo man, is praising Shewore Yoruba woman because they thought they will give her money. He's a holy man. All of them will be idiot and I don't know what they come for now. And then another one done the right and I done the rejoice, they clap for them. Hey, they are wonderful people. Is it your fault? Do you want to be there? Up to the extent now, if you are coming here, you change your phone. Because some idiot will be in the airport there and say, why is Biafra on your phone? And then you become you will be charged for treason. And many people didn't come this festive period. And the ones who come lie down low. But who is terrifying you? Who is terrorizing you? Is that person not supposed to be blamed for your situation and circumstance? How dare you accept blame for what you did not, crime you did not commit? And now you see how you address them. Now so then they write our story, they pet and they paint and they paint and we they move for them, that they use our head. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. But we must continue. He said then, after that 15 years, the Igbo man now is a software program. All the Igbo working anywhere in the world. Why can't they use their influence to save their people at home? Because in the first place, they are just trapped. It is like in the 70s, when you want to kill a black man, you bring people like J.C. Jackson and the rest of them to kill the black man. Was it not a black woman that slapped, is it Michael King Jr. on the chest and almost? Why did Oyibo not come by themselves? Is it not Chibuka Amechi that want to kill Nwike? Is it not brother they took and used against brother? And so because they are working there does not, they are putting them there to checkmate us. It's like Yoruba marry Igbo girl and are they happy for bedside and talk the whole story and reveal all your secrets, thereby invading our privacy. Nigeria must be stopped. They are the cause of everything we have been going through. And then the Hausa child will come back home. And when he come back home, he become a commissioner of police. Are they not in charge of Nigeria army? If you think we are lying, send your son from Biafra land to join Nigeria army or police. Except you are from the breed of the saboteur. Except if Arjuna blood runs in you. How do you know them? When they go to join army or police, they say, what is your name? My name is Rotimi Amechi. Yoruba go say, she Yoruba niye. He say, Yoruba, Ikolemote Agbagba, Ndioshi. And then they say, no, this one will be a very good friend. You are Yoruba man, you are answering Yoruba name. Don't you know you are a saboteur? My friend Orikefe, his name is Tunde, idiot. I have spoken to him and said, you are not Yoruba, Tunde. Orikefe, you are not Yoruba. You may be born in a battle. You are not Yoruba. Your father is Yoruba. Your mother is Yoruba. Tunde, stop answering. Orikefe, stop answering Tunde. Tomorrow, Yoruba claim you. Except you are mature, related to the saboteur. But you want to be, did you not hear Nigeria Army tell you that any repented Boko Haram had the potential to even be president of Nigeria? But any IPOB member should be hanged and crucified. They are there debating for hate speech. And he said then the Yoruba person will now become the owner of a network that you are using to call your father and your mother. It was an Igbo man that brought MTN. He was sidelined. It becomes South African business. Without Igbo man, there will be nothing like ShopRite, South Africa. They use Igbo people, bring it here, and then they hijack it from behind. There is a rumor that Nine Mobile now, formerly Etisa, belong to Babangida. The money stolen from Onyibe, they used to buy the Glo. Yoruba owns Glo, Yoruba owns Airtel. Hausa owns Niger Mobile. Then it is in MTN they colonize us. MTN is where they colonize us. Maybe if they can't pronounce Igbo name well, they can't track Igbo land, so they employ some small girls from Igbo to be betraying their father and their mother for them. Of course, you will not know that is what they are doing to you. Why can't an Igbo man own his own network? Oh, Yorubas are the richest, they are the more prosperous. They will soon begin to write the history. Like they wrote before, only Yoruba are educated. We are not educated. We went not to school. They are mad people. But the Igbo man will be buying the phone. Igbo man sent money home to build a mansion in his village where there is no development. The Igbo man will now send money, build a mansion, but they are not building again. So go and re-edit that one. They are not building again. They stopped building in the 80s, in the 90s. From 2000 to today, nobody is building mansion again. He said, but the Hausa man will recruit 50 of his people into the force, creating employment. Is it not Nigeria that own an army? Nigerian Army, Islam. Nigerian Air Force, Islam. Nigerian Police, Islam. Boys Brigade, Islam. Civil Defense, Islam. Nigerian Custom, Islam. Nigerian Immigration, Islam. It's only Nigerian Navy that is registered in English. Even Nigerian money is Islam. And the Islam jihadists that see other people as infidel, we allow you to. Don't you know even in Nigeria now they do parade with Hausa? Go and ask the people in the army. You wake up in the morning in the barrack to do parade. You now begin to hear in a Kanama, all of them do bugdum. No more attention. But you didn't write about that. Who also love themselves. That is what you are saying. Igbo man will build mansion inside bush. So they are stupid, they don't have sense. You didn't say that they will not allow, Nigeria will not allow them to develop their road. You are fast to remind us that Igbo man build mansion. I don't like that way you write to. Go and change the narratives. And any idiot writing anything about Biafra, be very careful. But of course, you did a good job. Because if without this write-up, we don't have been able to expose all this nonsense. So we blame ourselves. Now they do ourselves now. Hausa will steal money. Fulani will steal money. Yoruba will steal money and run to Britain. They have immunity there. And then they blame it on Desi and Madueke or good luck wife. And we'll be saying, no be we the chopper, no be we the do. Of course we know. Where are the real shareholders? It is just like when a rape of adultery is involved. You don't hear about the man. Any case of adultery, you will never hear about the man. It's only the woman. Can one commit adultery? Even up to the Bible. The Bible talk about the woman caught in the act of adultery. Where is the man? Was this woman committing adultery alone? That is the case of Biafrans in Nigeria. We have committed adultery. Where is the man now? Bring out the man. As the Yoruba Hausa man begin to invest, the Igbo man don't invest. He said, ask Igbo man to invest in his region. He will narrate countless reasons why it's not a good idea. But upon death, he would be rushed home to be buried. I have made this point before and repeating it. There must be extraordinary burial level for Igbo people. Now, after petting you, and I say, when Igbo man die, they go rush and come bury. Things are too hard now. They are not even bringing dead body again. So you are now advising Igbo people. Then those of us at home now, we say, if you die, when they bring your dead body, you go pay 20 million as you know come home. But those laws are in place already. But what are we going to do to Nigeria? Today now, Nigerian army have mounted checking point with DSS, with police, raping women, extorting money from bike. How do they call Okada people? Is it bikists or bikers and the motorists and the tricyclists? Extorting money from the innocent civilian, calling us bloody civilians, idiots. But they are the idiots. What are we going to do to them? In those days as a child, my house don't have key. There is no house in my community that have key. We don't know police. Police don't know us. Right from the day of our ancestors, until Yoruba and Hausa came into our life. Today now, if you leave your fridge, you are a fridge repairer. May the Lord be with you if you no change the fridge. Because there is idiot shouting, Kwandem Uroba, Kwandem Aluminium, Kwandem Tire, Kwandem Pot, Kwandem everything. Scavengers everywhere in Biafra land. And we blame ourselves for it. He ended encouraging you. That's your brother. That's them when they die. Come and bury them. Is that not what you people want? Igbo always brag of being in control of trade and commerce. Well, the bad news is that in the next 10 years, the buying and selling lifestyle behavior of an average Igbo buyer would change. They won't be visiting lock-up shops. They would mostly likely buy online or visit mail. What we are doing to upgrade. It's just like Adamu Farouk and Kule. We will make the Igbos economically irrelevant. He's reminding you. Of course, life is changing. We welcome it and we shall change with it. We shall. This is a mockery. As far as I'm concerned, you are not in the position to advise Igbo. Nigeria is the one that need advice. Anybody write about Nigeria and their stupidity. Our people should understand. Do you know how Satan deceived Jesus? Or rather wanted to deceive Jesus? having tempted Jesus, he couldn't fall for him. And he said, it is written, turn the bread into, jump down from the temple, angel will guide you. But it is written, truly. But Jesus said, that shall not tempt the Lord thy God. This is tempting. IPOB is here to deliver justice to every situation and circumstance we find ourselves, whether we are compelled to do it or we deliberately got involved. But believe me, there is no smoke without fire. We cannot leave this alone to our generation, to our governor, as he said. In fact, let me stop here. Anybody that want to advise Biafra, look for IPOB and join. We begin to see your sincerity. We begin to see your doggedness. We begin to see your formidability. We begin to see the human in you. You don't tell where we hear this story. You don't tell. You don't tell. But most of these people writing this thing are waiting for our leader to make mistake. They say, yes, I said it. Igbo don't love themselves. Igbo can't rule themselves. I hardly hear Igbo Nweze now. Yoruba was singing everywhere. Igbo Nweze, Igbo Nweze, Igbo Nweze. Nubu Igbo Nweze. Biafrans, not every article you see online trying to paint you beautifully actually mean you well. I would have appreciated this brother if he has written to find out the reason behind why we have become who we are, because this is not who we really are. But everything that has been stolen from us, we will recover. We will pursue. We will catch up with them. We will overtake. And everybody must heal Biafra. I'll be back in a minute.
Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Kani kenebenu Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Amadike Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Ika kugondilo yo, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Biafra bananye obele nwa nwonye 2015 and you were baby vetting in here and you were jabulite Tobazem people and Polo and people chilani can in a job and you're full of fun. I found out what you saw. Our son at Josepha. Mana fama rona ni mbele. Before bonani dinye laka no wanagalani. Nyaka niji hulu muchupo kikabyama. Nambika nuho. Keduzi femesi lume. Udogwane bula buka matako. Obotobo mwanya farife. Abalase na boyo ni kalaka. Ife mena yone nuwa kibili. Kiga bintwele nuwa Biafra. His Majesty wanyolu palo mundeku. Akwa mafona ni niga fifama. Ebisi na nyige mwelo mani. Webuli enisi fama gabungeyi. Mwanu kenenu kanu o. Nandi kanu o. Nandi kanu o. Ohamadike Biafra. Nandi kanu o. Nandi kanu o. Ohamadike. Abala sele kumpuni. Nandi kanu o. Nandi kanu o. Ohamadike. Esento tonkonyi lumbuchi. Nandi kanu o.
Yes, of course, we must continue. As a Biafran, when Nigeria give you water to drink, please try and look behind the scene. When they give you employment, look behind the scene. When Nigerians show you favor, or British government show you favor, any owner of oil company showing you favor, in a time like this, look behind the scene. One thing they can be rest assured of is this time we come differently. We come prepared. Of course, you are a Biafran anywhere in the world. You are yet to join IPOB. Tomorrow now, they will blame you. Oh, why did you not join IPOB? Don't let them write about you. Nobody tells us our story. We will tell you our story. You are a Biafran, you know yourself. Stop yapping by the roadside. Send your name, your address, and your location to this WhatsApp line and join the queue. Our lines are open at this moment. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614. Call on the female line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
My name is Ezekwem Chioma. My name is Ezekwem Chioma. I am 6 years old. Mazi Onyibe, thank you for all your efforts and things you have done for us. Biafra must come. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra. That is the spirit, my sister. That is the spirit.
Bye, sir.
Thank you very much, and God Okike be with you. Of course, that is how it should be. We will tell our story. Kirone. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp.
Hello, good evening. Master George Onyibe.
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ozula Augustine, calling from Aba.
Go ahead, please.
I'm so grateful and I thank God for our movement, IPOB. I thank God for our leader, Mazen Namdekam. I thank God for the great struggle that he has been pushing along since 2014. I thank God for leading us all the way. And I say his name was highly exalted. I thank God for George, for Mazu Chemefo. I thank God for Nenaya. I thank God for all the people that he keep behind our leader and for the struggle movie. And I say that He will grant us our freedom coming next year. Hello?
Thank you very much. We must continue. Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line.
Good evening, Judge Onyibe.
Good evening, Mazi. Go ahead, please.
Judge Onyibe, thank you for analysis today. You know, different politicians, when I want to talk about them, I start talking from 1960 to today. These guys are rubbish people, yeah? What they know is only blame. That's what they do. You're talking about Yoruba 10%. Judge Onyibe, you're talking about all the one you know. After the war, yes, the whole businesses, Indian businesses, India was importing every goods that we are using in the whole of Nigeria entirely, from the east, north, and south, everywhere. All of them based in Lagos. How come after the war, which Biafrans were, let's say they are defeated, they were destroyed? How come Biafran politicians cannot say, okay, Lagos, you cannot be capital when we have been defeated? They're supposed to have a state in Igbo land where business is supposed to be there. The way everybody knows Igbo people are business people. No, they didn't plan it. People will be traveling from east to Lagos to go and buy goods. Do you know every goods you are buying in that Lagos? You buy from India, you go to Yoruba Test, you will see Yoruba man who don't have any money to go and buy 10 cartons of goods. You go to his shop, he supply you 20 products, 50 products. He makes commission in everything. He goes to the Indian man, he pick it up. He's making profit from your head. Why can't you ask a question? How come the whole business is moved to Lagos and stay? People didn't kill you.
No. The canal of Yoruba is very fine. It's finer than Enugu. The canal in Yoruba. I keep wondering, this Onyibe who caused all this hulobalo, they landed in Calabar. So what took them to Lagos? Because they see that, okay, these people, they cannot cheat them. And then they say they will suffer us. Go ahead, please.
So that is it. Igbo politicians from 1960 to today, they are whose side, they are rubbish. Please, this way now, we are telling you now, you and your children you have brought up, I don't care whether they are in Westminster, although I don't talk to them when I see them here. Yeah? Anyway, if you like, brought them up in the whole university in the world. You don't know business. You don't know how to do, politics, you don't understand it. Please, just move away from the road when Biafra come. There is time we have to call you to come in, not now. Well, people shouldn't be intimidating us with the way they are intimidating us. Have you been Igbo man realize himself? They just, up to today, I have not seen Igbo politician who question what is this. Monetary system the world is following. Cash and note. For what? What is this money for? Why people print money? What is this money that they got power over human beings? Money. Again, visa. What is visa? What is money? Why can't you question it? You say you're educated. I am an illiterate as I am. I said to white people, you see this visa and money you're creating. I am African. I will have to sit down and talk about it. I can't see why a Biafran have to be going to your country with a visa. No. And you come to my country without visa.
They come to steal all here without visa. And when you say it is a hate speech.
You see? Which relationship do we have in common? Me and you, when we start talk now, I said to the white man, me and you start work. Do you work more than me? Why should you have more liberty to travel out? And I don't. And don't be surprised. Today, you will see people, some people are languishing in prison because of visa. Nonsense visa. They created it, what man created it to punish you. And yet, you will see your own black person blaming you. Why did you get to Europe illegally? When the Europeans came to Africa, who gave them visa? Who is a black man? For sure, which one that visa should not be a visa in Africa? You come to our country, we go to your country without no visa. We're going to eliminate coming, Biafran politician, when after the war, America rebuilt Germany. So when Biafra come, anybody that is involved in taking our oil must rebuild Biafra. If you don't do it, we go after you and your family. Before I cut off, Judge Onyibe, I see somebody send clip to me in Namdekano that Facebook is hacking in Namdekano's something. I want to let Namdekano know that Facebook is not a good person. He must understand these people, yeah? His father worked with the Fabian Society. Fabian Society. My Zuckerberg father worked with Fabian Society. Fabian Society and the Tavistock Institute in the United Kingdom here. These people deal with mind control. They control your mind. They control the schools. You know, these are the people that created, gender blocker. You can be a man, they give you a sickness, a tablet, you drink it, tomorrow you become a gay. It is them are doing all these things. Tell him to make sure he deal with Facebook. Let him know bang down. Let him deal with Zuckerberg. That's what I want to say. Thank you, Judge Onyibe.
His list of our problem. Thank you very much. And his strategies are dated anyway. Thank you, my brother. Google, we must continue. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Zachary Bonwa. I'm calling from Toronto in Canada. I wanted to say thank you for all of your work, Mazi, on you. And we must get Biafra. Biafra must come, and so that we can go to Biafra land and visit there.
Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. How old are you?
And 11.
11 years. That is wonderful. All of you must come back home. Don't worry. If you want to stay in Canada for the rest of your life, good and fine. But you should be able to come to Biafra land where you come from. The same way you can travel to New Jersey or New York or any places freely without being terrorized by Fulani herdsmen and Miatiala. Biafran children must wake up. You people are the reason why we are doing what we are doing. They've taken almost all our life, but we will make sure the remaining one, they can't take it. They can't take it. They frame us up. They manufacture us. They reprogram us from behind the scene. And then they come out and blame us for the same crime they have committed. All of you stop writing nonsense. Write about the evil of Nigeria. This is the only thing that matters here. If they bring your mouth, come meet Biafra people. Make you respect yourself. You frame us up. You set us up. You analyze us up. You work on us behind the scene. And then you project what you want the world to see us for. How stupid do you think that we are? Caller WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Mazi. Good evening.
Good evening from here.
Yeah, my name is Onyibe. I'm calling from the state of Israel. Mazi, thank you very much for your topic this evening, the narrative behind the scene. Mazi, they have dealt with us. They present the film, and our people watch and forget about what happened behind the scene. This made me to remember one of the videos during the Biafran War, where the reporter, where Nigerian soldiers captured a Biafran soldier, a Biafran man, not even a soldier, the man named Matthias. And the reporter was asking the Nigerian soldiers, what will you do to him? They say, we will take him prisoner, we will feed him. And the reporter don't know what happened. After the reporter left.
I saw the video. No, the reporter didn't leave. The reporter was there and they shot him. Even the British reporter was smiling. I have that video. That video.
Thank you.
The reporter, the British journalist, maybe it's a BBC or CNN, they were making mockery of the guy. I know the video.
Exactly.
They said to the guy, the young man, and say, now said to the Nigerian soldier, now what are you going to do with this Igbo boy? They say we will feed him, we will take care of him, and we will keep him. The boy was tied already, hand and leg. And then after they ran that press interview, they turned and shot that boy. They shot him till they made sure he was dead. And so in the audio on radio, you will see that Nigerian soldiers are taking care of Biafran. But in the behind the scene, they have killed the guy. This is exactly the same thing they are doing with us.
Exactly, Mazi. That is the behind the scene. Then I began to ask, who videoed those things? Why is it that man there and the video camera and the videoer was there and the man was killed? What happened there?
Everywhere there is crisis, you will see Onyibe video. Does stray bullet not kill all these people? They hardly die in the war. Idiots.
So they tried to cover that video, but today it's out. That is behind the scene. What happened to Matthias is behind the scene. But recently, one of my sisters from Biafra land called me. This girl was very, very intelligent. She passed out with first class. She read economics. And she called me and told me that they are trying to employ people under NMPC, that they are writing exam she wants to read. And she called me that she passed the exam, that they want to go for interview in Abuja. I sent her money for transportation and feeding and the rest. She got there, and after she called me, she told me that she mesmerized the interviewers, that they are very, very happy for her, that she even taught them what they did not know. She was very, very happy and hopeful that she will get the employment. But to her surprise, at the end of the day, she was not called. At the end of the day, people have gotten the employment and she did not call. That is what is happening behind the scene. They will use their name and password.
Did she not pay interviewing fee?
Everything.
So you think they want to give her a job? They just made their money out of her. They made their money out of her. That is what Nigerian is doing to us. There is a vacancy somewhere in Sheraton or in Aso Rock. Form is 50,000. Salary is 20 million. And then our people will sell their motorcycle they are using to do keke na pepe. And then they run to Aso Rock to see if they can get the job. Only to collect the little one they have and they won't give them the job. Tomorrow you start mocking them in the village that they are lazy people. You will not know that Nigeria is the 419 that has taken it from them. That is behind the scene. Anybody writing about us should write about all this atrocity against us as a people. They frame us up and they blame us for all of it.
Yes. Now the people of the riverine area that cannot go to fishing, that have polluted the whole water. And fish is no more.
Tomorrow now they will say it's just are lazy. They can't kill fish. Because Fulanis are the one killing fish now. But what made the German to stop going to the river? Idiot Asade Dokubo is there fooling himself, carrying big bell everywhere. But Hausa Fulani are the one fishing in every river now. Tomorrow now, they will still write, it's just are lazy. They can't fish. They are always looking for a settlement. It just but why did he just stop going to fish? Gunboat everywhere. Who the heck is changing this narrative? You tell us what happened from the video. Tell us how you produced that film. So we tell you how many mistakes you have made.
Exactly. So finally, that particular post you are talking about, I read about it and I see where that guy faulted. He faulted so much. He's trying to put the blame on our people, but he doesn't know that this will make they make our place ungovernable for us, uninhabitable, so that they will take over the land. Because of this change of narrative, that's why I said that I will not worship Chukwuka Abiyama in the same religion of Gowon. I will not sit in the same umbrella of religion and worship Chukwuka Abiyama, where Gowon, a genocidist, is worshiping under which church they call it. So that is the narrative they're trying to change. But we are here. Had it been we are not here, after some years, after 20 or 50 years, they will tell us how Mazi Nnamdi is a troublemaker. They will change the narrative. But we are here now. We are seeing everything with our own eyes. They can't change it anymore. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you. We must go ahead. And we are not going anywhere. So anybody who is there trying to talk nonsense about Biafra, beware. Are you there, caller on the line?
Shalom, sir.
Shalom. Go ahead, please.
My name is Mazi Nnamdi, speaking right now from Aba. Last time I called Radio Biafra, I called from Uli in Anambra State. And today, by the grace of Chukwuka Abiyama, I'm here represented in Aba. By the way, my name is Mazi Nnamdi. I'm residing in Aba, but I heard from Naro Nateze because of Adi Amama, according to Mazi Onyibe. Mazi Onyibe, my brother, your first parts of this program this morning really wakes me up as a human being. Because when I was raising to the contribution you needed from our people. But unfortunately, Mazi Onyibe, our people are the people that destroy, they use their hands to destroy themselves. Had it been that our phone had were or nine return to have paid a church, he might be a pretty man. Had it been that he will return to Kokikara and remember what we are passing through couldn't have happened to us because Fulani people are using their culture to conquer the whole Nigeria, try to claim Nigeria. But the British people are trying tooth and nail to brainwash us the more through the church. So I don't know what is wrong with our people. Simple thing. Let us come back to Elohim. Destroy. Let me tell you what it is. If our people wake up today and go back to their offer, when you speak a word, it shall come to pass. When you say let there be a quick bomb, it will come to pass. But for the fact that our people have forsaken their roots, today, our Fulani, Yoruba can easily come after our people and massacre our people. Who is Britain before when our fathers return our offer? Who is them? The bombs they launched in my own grade during Biafra war did not talk because at that particular time, or for in the Akajo for Kabukan, but today Akajo for now, whatever Nari, Hojon and Messi. So I'm speaking to Biafra today. Let us wake up and go back to our origin. Let us wake up and go back to Chukwu Kikadema. He is the only one that can save us from the hand of our enemies. You know that if you can be able to come back to him, that even if the enemy for our woman will have in the book of Malachi, even if what enemy has destroyed us, that is ready to restore us. But today, up to now, we are still running away from Elohim, running to our enemies. Look at the business the church people are making with us. As of 25th night, our brothers and sisters was massacred as a sacrifice for Christmas. What is the meaning of Christmas? But we are dying for it. Our sisters are going to prostitution because of Christmas. Our brothers are going to cultism because even different kind of crimes in Biafra land. Our girls are getting lost because of Christmas. And we are into evil, contacting the main evil. And as long as you are still claiming that you are a Christian, but it means you don't know what is called resurrection of Biafra. You don't know what is going on. Because if you can be able to if people will open your eyes to make you to see what is going on spiritually, our people will no longer continue to mess up all around the place. I'm angry because our people are the ones using the razor, bullet to kill themselves. Look at the mineral resources Chukwu cannot give to us. But because we protect Elohim, our enemies are taking it every day. Yes? Because if you go back to your Elohim, Elohim will make you to know what he has given to you. But because we protect him, he blinded the eyes of us. Even the countries our land is better than our people are running to that place to go and do boy, to go and pack shit, to go and clear grass, to go and do. What is holding us down? We are the ones holding ourselves down. Thank you very much. And then let me say this before. Ojozo, I would like you to rating very good. Anybody that can check this message to him. When our leader was in the hands of enemies, he said that he see our man in Namodekano crossing from Cameroon to the other side. Where is he land him now? He is now in jail. May Chukwu come and destroy him in that jail. In the name of Chukwu Kaba, my prayer. He said.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Biafrans must remain focused. A lot of people are going to say so many things. It will sweep you off your feet. Nobody will tell us what is in the movie without going to tell us how they made the movie. As far as the issue of Biafra is concerned. Caller on the line, are you there?
Onyibe, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Chidebera Mechi. I'm calling from Aba. I thank you for your work. You have done a lot for Biafra people. I thank you. May God bless you. I want to... Are you hearing me? Hello?
Go ahead, please.
I want to join IPOB struggling.
Send me your name, your phone number, and your location.
I have sent my details to this number.
And then don't worry, the coordinator will call you very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We must continue.
Thank you. Good night, sir.
Good night from here. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, I am here, my rep. Good morning from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and good evening from Biafra land.
Thank
and who made it possible for us to see today. We continue to guide and protect all IPOP, all Biafrans, our leader, our deputy Mazi Uchebe 4, and energize them to give them more inspiration to tear the zoo apart, because it is obvious that the zoo is really, 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 really crumbling. And the word that is coming out everywhere right now in this zoo is very, very pathetic. Everywhere now, division, everywhere now, terrorism, everywhere now. Can you imagine my rep? Actually, Buhari does, or his representatives, trying to say that don't let terrorism to divide us. Can you imagine that kind of statement? Who formed it? Who formed terrorism? I can remember vividly, immediately Buhari, after less than 3 months or 1 month after he was sworn in on 29th of May 2015, I think I could remember the first visit he made to United States, 22nd of July 2015. They were asking this man, the dead Buhari, for his election. After they congratulated him, this man stood on the media, world media, and saying, yes, that he will not let 5% people that have voted him with 5% to have the same equal right with those that voted him with 95%. So who is dividing Nigeria? Is it not a terrorist statement? Who is dividing Nigeria? That is what I don't even understand. But now I'm so happy because they know that the zoo called Nigeria is coming to an end. I read one article today also, I think from one, is it a Sun newspaper today online? I read one article. The Afenifere leader, Adebenjo, was calling on Yoruba group, let them try. The song of disintegration is roaming everywhere in the zoo. They cannot hide it. It's roaming everywhere. They know they cannot hold the status quo again if it is our deputy. They cannot hold it again. Now everywhere in the zoo is disintegration. Everywhere in the zoo, Nigeria must divide. Everywhere terrorism. Everywhere this and this and that. Now these people cannot write our agenda for us anymore. We are the one, IPOP are the one writing our agenda, and the whole world is seeing what is happening. Since the United States step in now, they are now rising up, and they know that Biafra is about to come. Now our children can talk our history. Our people are rising up. Just like the other day, you said a lot of massive equation of Biafran trying to impose you to try to look for where they will belong. It wasn't like this few years, 5 years, 3 years, 4 years ago. But now, the zoo cannot deceive us again. They cannot ever deceive us again because they know we are one people. Our minds are one, not like before. They cannot divide us anymore. Biafra is going home, and no power on earth can stop Biafra. Our children now, they are learning, they are joining us everywhere now. Everybody is talking about Biafra. Everybody is talking about Biafra division here and there, terrorism, this and that, because the zoo is coming to crumble. And Chukwu Abiyama will help us. This 2020, we are entering in less than 3 or 2 days to come now. A lot of things will happen after our march. And I want to appeal to everybody who have an opportunity to obtain a visa or to buy a ticket to march. I could remember our leader said when he thought in June, on 30th of May, he visited United States. He said on 3rd of June 2020, all road lead to United Washington, D.C. I cannot forget that broadcast. All road lead to Washington, D.C. 22, 3rd of June 2020. The whole world must hear our voice. The whole world will see what to do. And let them also think that we have succumbed back. And very soon, we are going to march in Biafra land. The kind of protest we will do in Biafra land will shake everybody, and they cannot stop us again because it's not going to be a business as usual before. The whole world is watching. America and other world leaders, they are seeing what is happening on. They know that the momentum, the agitation for Biafra is getting highly momentum right now that they cannot hide it. That's why all these things are coming out from their mouth, even coming on Channel TV or wherever the platform he went and said that don't let terrorism to divide Nigeria. What kind of errant message was that coming out from a terrorist personified person like him? Idiot, moron. My rep, let me give time for other people. Please, one chance, please. I want to make an announcement. Tomorrow, we're already in tomorrow 29 already. We're already in 29 of December 2019. In less than a few hours to go right now, less than 7 hours to go. IPOP in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia will gather. We have our Thanksgiving. We will join hands together to discuss how we shall march in 2020. Please, I still want to make this last announcement for this month. If you want to join us and you are looking away to locate where we shall gather tomorrow, look at the number to call so it will be located. Please look at the number. The number is 011-368-58454. I repeat, 011-368-58454. Thank you very much, my rep, and may Chukwuoko Karabiama continue to be with you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Onyibe, Emma, I want to nation as Indonesia. I thought to throw on Biafra all over the world. Living with me with this music I'm going to sing now. We lift your name higher. 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 Nakano. That's what what I should bother about I came to my phone and I saw you. Oh, that I should put in. I was not to make him of family again. I will have to put in and do that. I never had to pack up my case in my family. If I would not work today with the wife for a Biafra, that's what I record I do together. If I'm down on our history, get into Biafra. I see this out together. A temple, or a temple, on a protest a temple on there. There were Ghana, as I had that. Oh, I said, let the know, they don't know. Britain, I choose another. And I can never start to send power with the Biafra. Very simple thing. I know that I chance. When I'm young, my heart, I believe it. But I'm the kind of you, only what you can't. But now I go Biafra, religion. I feel nobody can of regular about Daniel. I thought my open my good mother come. I'm also I never come out to never buy a cup of tea. I feel society better than what I people. How much I play to you. You know, but I will all the job. Not that I know first. I don't know when I home and it's just a problem guy. So, if I die, then I know. Yeah, one time as you know, Oluma, Oluma, in the day, Oluma, Amajo, life. And the guy that Corona and Qua. Amajo upon the summer dollar. Even more than the problem, and someone I don't know, I didn't think I was saying to Banner. Mother, get a hair from our cap. You would have told you more than the great you. I didn't understand that. Let's find it. They get them to get them. And all him for that, how could I go on you to fight you to show you the they're not even on. What do you want to get for oh, there's your fire. When I got I am a person, and I know like I make it. Camera will never be so. I got a person for you. I cannot just let you do the number. I want to see just in how we get. I'm going to have to put on Kai. I like to have that. You have another that. I bet at the first. How would I have to I can't do the Bagula? I remember the Abari. That we need to get another. We're not going to do that. I got the chair. The one guy I want to get the guy didn't keep it. What's the cost of trouble? No one. The village of the dead, okay, the room, the best of the bullet of come on.
Of course, we lost that scholar, but we must continue. Biafrans all over the world must understand that the time is not friendly at all. The enemies of Biafra are paranoid, and they will stop at nothing in their mind to get to us. But in the end, we will know who owns the land of Biafra. It is on record, we are not here to conquer anybody. We want our life back. Can you hear me, caller, on the line?
We are the Biafra special people who marching for our freedom. We are the Biafra special people marching for our freedom. We are sure, our nature got to pay. We are sure, our freedom must pay. We are the Biafra special people who are for our freedom. Onyibe. Shalom.
Shalom. Go ahead, please.
I want to appreciate you for your efforts and the analysis of this night about the scene behind the scene. I want to remind you about our radio that is not working at Amasa Radio. I still remain Ewambo Okeshuku, native of Amasari, residing here in Indiama. I also want to pass an information about this our people here. This which about Niger Delta people who is job. Yesterday or even this morning that we were talking about our evangelism about our nation that is to come, and they began to say that what we are doing is like we are many in number, that we want at least Hausa people to finish us and reduce us in number again, and if they must join this struggle, that their leader must give them pass order. So when I was interviewing him, if I forgot the name of the young man, the men that they mentions as their people who will tell them to go ahead and join before they will join. But I don't know who is their men that they are used to connect before they will begin to join. I don't know.
My brother, do we feel form for Fulani herdsmen to choose who to kill?
I don't know.
So when we start feeling form to choose who Fulani herdsmen we kill, we will get to that level. Don't worry. That's the only thing I can respond there.
No, that is what I told them. I told them, okay, since they say they are satisfied in bearing the name of oil money, oil. That way, because of oil, we are dragging them, also are dragging them. So for this reason, and they are, that this. So I asked them, what can they mention one oil millionaire that they have? So he did not answer me. I say, if for this reason, that you manage their own, that according by our leader, that say that if the nation, if the Biafra come, everyone already I'm from Ebonyi State.
Not if. When Biafra come, because Biafra must come.
Okay. Then I will go to my own state to find whatever I want to. Then they will control their own. They will be whatever they say that is a trick that you want to that if we be in the position that Hausa man is, so if we want to use
my
that
brother, just leave that story. It's old news to me. Let's move ahead. Leave those stories.
Okay.
The person that don't even know the name of his community is telling you all this thing, and you're telling me. Just leave those ones, please.
No,
Thank you very much. We must continue. People must understand. We have passed those stage. We have passed those stage. But of course, I won't go to that area because it really don't make sense to me. Call on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. Afambo Nemeka. I'm from Indonesia.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm the thing in Eku. Mazi Onyibe.
Yes, you're on to Mazi Onyibe.
Mazi Onyibe, I like immune men, no, you know, and more than himself. I know I'm here, you know, I keep on, you know, getting update all the time. Even I'm so happy, no matter the little ones, but everything. But I know why not so I know very careful. So here, according to him in today, it is very, very important. And the buying meperanya hotana no nambrede no nozo. Nambrede no nozo. Even open no gadi possible on that next year I got match na DC. Open na the whole nation, everywhere in the whole everywhere Biafra no, they will come out that day also, whether in Germany or anywhere, come out that day also, match here, wherever they are. It will be very possible. And then another thing that I suggest, whether or not possible, if you know all these medias, all these world medias, you know, because I'm an spend they go no muyenda in our open here I get what they go chorunda in our how we can record all these things, you know, put away on their this thing in our because it was just so a wife. No matter
my brother, don't even go there. You don't bribe anybody. What is Britain stealing from Yoruba land? Are they stealing water from the seaport? Is it not oil in Biafra land they are stealing? When they are stealing billions upon billions of pounds and dollars on daily basis, how much are you going to bribe them to say the truth? Is it cocoa they are stealing from Yoruba? Both Yoruba, Showore, all of them are the same brood of vipers. All of them, Biafra land is the target. Don't you get it? BBC, all of them, were they not here during the war? Did they talk about it? Is it now they will talk about it? They were here during the war. They even gave us media blockage. They said there was drought in Biafra land, a rainforest land, that they were drought there. So don't forget about them. When the time comes, they will write about us. Our leader has said it. All of them will talk about it. Go to BBC or CNN or Al Jazeera now, or Voice of America now. They are telling you there is a protest in China. But there are Boko Haram in Nigeria. Why are they not talking about it? They are waiting for us to shoot gun now. They will start writing. And we give them that privilege. Forget about them. We bribe no idiots. Let them do the right thing. Or let them remove justice from the system of the world.
But I'm just now suggest because I want
to. We know that already. That is what they want. If they want oil, we have asked them to take the oil. Imagine that time our leader came. That is how some people say, why don't we go to Vanguard? Why don't we go to here? It makes sense anyway. But in this our own case, Opuriche, one Nankadiche. These people are the one who keep us here. It's like waiting for the person that is poisoning you to come and take care of you. Don't worry, we know what to do at the right time.
Check these things. Look at it, all that.
There is a way they do their report. Any Western media you see reporting about protests in China, they are not writing for the interest of the people. They are writing to undermine the sovereignty of the China nation or Japanese nation. That is behind the scene. Listen to them when they say the protest in China is a very terrible one. It's none of the kind. The people are protesting because the China nation government have failed. They are not writing for the interest of the people. They are writing to undermine the sovereignty of the Chinese people. Is it these demons you think they will come and write of us? Go and look at everything they have written about us. They remove the facts. And
that
then
is correct.
Sell us out to the people. You that. Go ahead, please.
And I assure you that once Biafra comes, open the Biafra just today, it got a very good development. No matter we have every congregation, everywhere Judas Ninia, I won't call it the Bible people, but once Biafra, we have sight. Biafran people have said, but there are so many people deceiving themselves, which they know the truth because of chicken money and anyhow. But they will still use that money to go and pay homage to another different country. Ghana, Philippines now, very poor country, but they are developed. Ghana, Myanmar, Cambodia, all those countries, brother, Mazi Onyibe, can I waste your time? The adults can brief one or two things.
Of course, well, you are on point. Just that these people are not it.
I tell me so you go here because I'm not one leg here. Because of the Dishal and the one him. I tell him net went down because of the shitty.
Yes, it's well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We must continue. They will. Yes, sir. Caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, I'm calling from West.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. I'm Patrick. I'm calling from the West. Now, in the Povo. Oh, when you are able to talk. Ile bitoku aina matagrepo naira these 5 alphabets NAIR naira only correct Igbo chiayi also never allow Igbo to lose. Iya wula na ndekano yodi Onyibe dike mepone ko nmekela na mwana ba iya na-ekwu ka ha gbado anya n'ihe ahụ ndị Hausa Fulani kwuru na ha na-ekwu na never allow Igbo again. Ọ bụ ya bụ ego na-achị ha, ego ọha na-achị ha, ha gaba ka ọ chịwa ndị Hausa, ndị Fulani na ndị Yoruba. Ihe na-ekwu this time ka eme ka ịghọta naira. Ọ ga-aka gbadara okwu eji ekwela Biafra efe ihe ọbịta. Biafra agago anyị ya ekwerela 2020. Eti n'Oruwe under chief the Olu-Senatorial Zone Prominent letter from Widi Oruwe. N'anya ka anyị ekwu eti ma ọ bụrụ unit under Ezelago the zonal coordinator for the zone. Under Olu-Zonal coordinator, Chief Nwachukwu, so ka amatala ihe ndị Hausa Fulani na-ekwu bụ that NAIR naira but never allow Igbo rule again. That we are pụtara kemgbe anyị ji bido today na enwepụghị ego ọzọ ndị zoo Nigeria nwere adịghị agụ okwu. I am IPOB unit coordinator in Obao Oru West LGL Biafra land because but then no call that NAIR naira never allow rule again. And thereby I go. I make a man the Carlo on you see na-ekele Ucherepo, na-ekele Africa Maazị George Onyibe na ndị niile bụ the supreme leaders of IPOB biko aha mbụ Patrick Iroka from Obahomolo West
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And this is the original name because I went to IPOB. I'm on 2020. I get the jubilation all over the Biafra land. It's a time for this is your land and I'm in it. I was a Biafra, and that's a Biafra. So that I have you all know the what's a Biafra, and then Biafra. My goodness, or here, no, Keke is a lago. It is fire. I am Patrick Iroka.
Thank you very much, Mazi. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, I am here, Mazi.
Good evening from here.
Good evening from here also, Onyibe. It is 4:40 here. My name is Elanya Uche. I hail from Abreba. Abreba is in Omaya province. I reside in New Jersey, USA. Onyibe, I've been listening to the last couple of callers. And I must say that for the past, 4 or 5 days that I've been home for a small holiday, I have been on a Biafran high. See, I never smoked Igbo before, so I don't know how a high feels. But this is my Biafran high. Must be higher than people on Igbo because I haven't even slept, Onyibe. I get maybe 1 or 2 hours sleep and I'm up again, reading about Biafra, doing the work we have to do here in New Jersey, IPOB New Jersey. Listen, but I must say something before I continue. I think it was the 2 callers before. What the man was saying, some of it was dampening my spirit. This man was killing my high a little bit. So I would just want to touch on 1 or 2 things and continue with my high. And one of our IPOB meetings one day, one of our brothers stood up and told the congregation, because people stand up from everywhere and speak their mind or say something that is foul. This man stood up and said, if you know the one that you will say that will kill the spirit of your Biafra working with you to bring Biafra, please keep that one to yourself. Don't come here and espouse that view that will dampen the spirit of your brother. The man 2 callers ago that was talking about, I don't know what he was talking about, insinuating that the Christians are Furuzo. That is not what we came here to do. We're not coming here to espouse religion. Religious freedom for everybody is what Onyibe has said. If you want to worship stone, you in Biafra, you allow you to worship stone. If you want to worship Christ, Biafra will allow you to worship Christ. If you're a Jew, Biafra will encourage you and allow you to worship whichever you want to worship. So let us not come here and use this platform to knock down any other person's personal belief, personal spiritual belief. It is personal. Yes, you could pray for everybody to have the same spirit, to make sure that where they are is the correct place. So if somebody says to me, oh, you're going to this church where they're duping you, I have no problem with that. Because I just opened my Bible. Jesus already said that one. Jesus already said that one. In Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Are grapes gathered from thorns? No. By their fruits we shall know them, those false prophets. So if you are coming here to say, beware of these false prophets that are using your money to buy jet plane like that, of course, I agree with that one because Jesus already said that one. Any other thing about knocking someone else's religion, please let us stay away from that. That's how we hang here. Here, everybody bring your energy. Bring whichever one you are worshiping. Let us restore Biafra. There's space for everybody. Okay, and that's what the United States is saying. Religious intolerance. You cannot come and try and offend or oppress anybody based on their religion. But give them freedom to choose whatever religion they want to choose. And that's why they do on a special watch list, because the Jew has allowed the Muslims to kill Christians and people of other religion to try and force their religion on them. So let's not go that route. In the past couple of days, I'm telling you, the events that are going on will let you know that Biafra is on the verge of coming. Let us all focus our energy on Biafra coming. Those of us, like I was saying, if you have been doing 50%, it's now time to add more 25% to it or 30% to it. Everybody needs to change gear. If you have been home sleeping, it's time for you to wake up and join. If you have been performing at 90%, okay, time now has reached for you to start performing 100%. Everybody rise up, Umo Biafra, rise up, the time is now. Our march in Washington, D.C., our brother just spoke, gave a very good suggestion that if we cannot make it to Washington, D.C., maybe we should organize a simultaneous march all over the world, in all the major cities for IPOB to come out so that the world will never ignore us again. And that date, he said the date, he got the date wrong. The date is June 20, not June 3rd. June 20, 2020. I just counted the days. Onyibe, it's only 175 days away. 175 days away for us to organize and launch our Million Biafran March in Washington, D.C. I'm appealing to everybody worldwide to come out, let us storm Washington, D.C. Not just Biafrans here in the U.S., anywhere you are, get on vacation that time. Let us take a stroll in Washington, D.C. with our flags. Onyibe, one more announcement I want to make, please. Those of us from Old Umaya province, there is an initiative for us to make sure that our area is saturated with Radio Biafra. If you are from that area, Umaya province, which includes Old Bende, which includes Abia North Senatorial District, please come out and help make sure that our people are not left behind in this march towards Biafra. You can reach Mazi Paul Okoronkwo. Paul Okoronkwo is out of IPOB London. His number is +44 745 917 14. Or you can call me Elanyuche. Phone number 1-732-912-6087. IPOB New Jersey, we're inviting you to come out and talk. We are on every platform. On Facebook, we are IPOB New Jersey. On Twitter, IPOB NJ. Instagram, IPOB NJ. If you want to send us an email, IPOBNewJersey@gmail.com. Someone will attend to you. Onyibe, Biafra is on the verge of coming. Thank you for allowing me this platform to speak to our brethren in Biafra land. You are doing a great job. I'm losing my voice. Hey, Biafra, Onyibe.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We must continue. They will.
Yes, they will.
Good night from here.
Announcement. There will be a 2 days fasting and prayer for IPOB/Biafrans worldwide from the 30th day of December to 31st of December 2019 to mark the end of 49 years of slavery. Theme: Biafra Jubilee. The book of Leviticus chapter 25 verse 10. Nigerian vs. Biafra war started on the 6th of July 1967 and ended on the 15th of January 1970. Hence, in January 2020, it will be 50 years the war ended. 50 year is the year of Jubilee, which is freedom from slavery. oppression, subjugation, marginalization, killings, intimidation, and so on, and repossession of our land. The book of Leviticus, chapter 25, 10, 13, and 31. Prayer points. Day 1, 30th of December. A. Prayer of repentance from idol worship. 2 Chronicles chapter 7, 14. The book of Psalm 106, 19 to 42. B. Prayer for mercy upon Biafrans. The book of Lamentation chapter 3, verse 22. The book of Psalm 25, 1 to 22. The book of Psalm 85, 1 to 13. Day 2, 31st of December. A. Prayer of deliverance of Biafrans from slavery. The book of Psalm chapter 59, 1 to 17. The book of Psalm 64, 1 to 10. B. At 12 midnight Biafran time. Proclamation of total freedom of Biafra and blessing of Biafran nation. This segment will be done by ministers of God of IPOB and also IPOB leadership, elders of Biafra, traditional chiefs. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 27, 12. The book of Numbers 14, 28. The book of Job 22, 27 to 30. The book of Leviticus chapter 25, 8 to 10. The book of Numbers 6, 23 to 27. The book of Psalm 12, 1, 5 to 8. The book of Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 13. Duration of fasting. One can fast as long as he or she is able. Jukwoki Kabiama, the God of Biafrans, will give us freedom and restore Biafra in 2020, the year of Jubilee. Ise. This announcement was prepared by Evangelist Uzaku Nwokike, signed by Mazi Oscar Okeke, head of IPOB Religious Committee. Biafrans, if the people that are called by my name shall humble themselves, seek my face in prayer, I, the Lord, shall descend from heaven above, and I will hear, and I will heal the land of Biafra. Biafrans, 2020 is the year of Jubilee. 2020 is the year of Biafra.
Yes, sir. Hopefully, this is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. Sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call in. My apology to those that cannot accept their call at this moment, because we are winding back and we'll be coming back in a few hours from now. Having said so, Imelu Nanla. The journey is Biafra. Biafra or Biafra, nothing else. Good night from here, and God be with you.
We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten.
It's been so long that I saw you face to face. My brother, I miss you, see you again in that grave. It's been so long that I saw that beautiful smile. Your death and your burial is one thing that makes me cry. It's been so long, I've been looking at this picture of you. You were shot by the soldiers, I remember.
It's been so long, I don't wanna see Biafra alone. It hurts my body and my soul to hear that you are gone. If we forget you, I will fall in
heroes will be incomplete if we forget those who died for our freedom. We will be complete. We will be complete. They were shot and they died. We started asking why. The truth that they told us became another lie. That was no war. That was a the genocide by Nigerian government and British.